Alright. I was just setting up the stuff that I needed to. Oh, you know what, as well. Let's, I guess hide this for now. Talk to Magnus, because we haven't done that yet. Because I ended stream yesterday because I knew it was going to be a cutscene. So I just took a sip of water before we began reading. Who are you supposed to be? Never seen you three in my life. Never seen the three of you in my life. Or the four of you? Wicked White. If you're gonna bother me, at least have the damned courtesy to stand still. Anyways. Methinks this one is deep in his cups. These are my guests, Magnus. Ran into them at the mines. They're looking for a way to reach Nabatharang. So, they came, to ask about the trolley, you see. What? There's nothing in Nabatharang. Not anymore. Pardon me. That's what he did, though. He's the one who barbed. And especially not for frail little girls. Give it up. No, we must reach Nabatharang. I must. So, your heart's set on it? The world doesn't care. This place is a ruin. Nothing more. And you're not getting there in a trolley. The thing doesn't run on hopes and dreams and fairy dust. We're not fools. It's not. It's necessity that drives us into Nabatharang. If you insist that the trolley is not an option, at least tell us why. Now, I'm sick of people asking me about the blasted thing. Leave me be. Well, speak outside. So, with 35 quests left. So that means next week, we could very much so be on the final streams of the MSQ. Chris has so kindly from the FC decided to wait for me to get to Malika as well so we can run it together, which is so freaking sweet of them. Because, you know, making friends, right? Who doesn't love making friends? He only said that because he thinks I'm weak, and he's right. But I can't be. I won't be forever. There has to be some way. I must find it. Gotta check something really quick as well. Yeah, so 35 quests starting now. I didn't want to count that quest because technically it was from yesterday. So I will hopefully do like 10 to 12 today. If I can go from here to the final level 77 quest, I'd be so happy. Oh, I'm sorry, I was stuck in my own head again. It's clear that Magnus has no intention of helping us, but perhaps we... Hello, Kay, how are you doing? Perhaps we should ask the other residents? They may know something of that trolley. I'll take to the north side of town. Let me know if you learn of anything. Thancred, art thou truly content to stand witness to the fate's course, and take no part. It really is. This, like, entire, like, half of the expansion has some of my favorite music in it. And music just keeps getting better and better as the series has gone on. You're doing good? That's good to hear. And I'm very glad to hear so. I slept alright. My back kind of hurts a little bit, but I kind of slept on the couch. Because I haven't been feeling good recently. But I slept good. It was a little cold for a bit, but, you know, I put a sweater on. I was fine after that. And then my day has been good so far. I've been working on getting my character ready for the next stage in their anima weapon, the relic weapon for Heaven's Word. So that's fun. At least on Paladin, that's what I'm doing. Because I really like the way Paladin's sword looks. And then I have to do it again in the future for Dark Knight, because I like Dark Knight's anima. Oh, your voice sounds better too. Oh, thank you very much. I am feeling a little bit better today. A lot better today. So I'm glad that is coming through in my voice. This isn't a matter of fate, Eorzea. It's about choice. And I've had years to decide where I stand. Minfila has spent too long in chains already, and I will not shackle her again by making my hopes known. It is for her to choose what shape her destiny will take. It is for me to stay silent, to protect her, teach her, and stand by her. That, at least, I can do for her. My boy. So be it. Come, let us make our own inquiries. Yes, sir. Yeah, but then yeah, my day's been good so far. I had some cereal to start off my day. And I have some water beside me now. Oh, there you are. You'll be pleased to know that I got our friend back home with no trouble, and he's just fine. He was just a bit shaken up is all. And you, what did Magnus have to say? They told me to eat a dick, so... I did have a faint hope that your need might prompt him to action where our interest has not. But I suppose that was foolish of me. I am sorry that we cannot be of help, though. I could at least show you the trolley car we have here, if you like. Could give it a stroke or two. It has some very smooth wood. You mean to say you're not giving up? Even knowing that Magnus is... Magnus? I don't see much point in your being stubborn about it. Though perhaps stubbornness is exactly what the situation calls for. Can't forge iron without an anvil, after all. I can't imagine anything you try will work, but if you are certain you can make him help me make... If you are certain you can help me make preparations in the event that it does. There we go. To that end, take this toolbox. We're going to inspect the rails. I'll have a look along the track for anything that's in need of repair. You bring the tools and be ready to hand them to me whenever I stop to work. My throat is a little rough still. Don't fully know why. I mean, it kind of makes sense, considering. Alright. One sec, let me grab this first, before I talk to Jared. Yeah, it probably is still just like the remnants of being sick. A couple 1,000 meters south. It's crazy. 1,000 yalms south, to be fair. Actually, it's 1,000 yalms, but still. You open the box, revealing the proud array of lovingly maintained tools within. Brilliant. Now, if you could just hand me what I need as I work, that would be a big help. In this case, we'll need this bolt. Well, this bolt is loose for one matter. We can't have that. I'll need to tighten it. So a bolt is a wrench. Thank you. This will do well. This will do nicely. Now, give me one moment and... There. I don't see any other problems here, so let's continue along the track. Damn, brother went far. Boing. A boingy. A spoingy. A doingy. A floingy. Alright. In Amarang we have one more, but we have all these quests that we have to do still. Which kind of sucks, considering. But... only one of them is story-based. So. Set the toolbox down. The muscles in your arms enjoy the profound relief. You opened it once again. You're quite handy to have around, you know. As to the lamp here, these aren't often necessary these days, but if we're going to do this, we might as well do it properly. And by if some miracle the night returns, as it did in Legoland, well, it's a nice thought. Anyhow, a bit of this post seems to be splintered. Whether the lamp is to be lit or not, we don't want these little pieces of wood jabbing the next person who comes through here to do maintenance. I'll need to sand it down a bit. Rough file. Yes, a woods file. Perfect. Let me even this out. See, I even come with my own sound effects. Someone hire me, please. That should do it. I'll bring some varnish along next time to finish the job. I haven't spotted any other problems, so we can move along now. Unless you'd like to take in the view of the tracks from here for a bit longer. It's breathtaking, I know. Mining has always been the primary vocation of the folks in the Hills of Amber. You see, but after a certain point, they had dug up everything they could that could easily be reached and carried back by manpower alone. It was then that the Nabath Empire struck upon the idea of the Talos, which they had seen at work abroad. At great expense, the Nabath brought the Mistel engineers who specialize in Talos to the hills. And wouldn't you know it, the mining industry picked up right again. Twine itself sprung up around that time. As a matter of fact, it was named after entwining of tales, the fruitful cooperation between the native Ronso and newly come Mistel. But that, like so much else, fell apart in wake of the flood. The Mistel left, taking their knowledge with them. It was 15 years ago that the last of the folks from Daedalus Stoneworks took off for Yulmore, and no one remains that can repair and operate the Talos. But there's no use in lamenting what can't be changed. And there's one more thing we need to do while we're out here, so we might as well get to it. Vultures occasionally make their nests on the tracks, you see, and it falls to us to remove them when they do. The creatures are angry when disturbed, which is natural, but nevertheless a danger to anyone passing by. It's not my favorite task, to be honest with you, but as you may have noticed, I'm not terribly suited for confrontation. That said, would you follow the tracks north and remove any nest you find for me? I'll keep an eye on things from here. Need to do something? So I need to mute up really quick. Alright. Just a little congested, so I have to excuse myself every now and again. True. Actually, you know what? Even though I didn't have it last night, I still have some left over. I'll probably have a little bit more, soup for dinner tonight. Because we made some cabbage soup the other day, or my mom made cabbage soup the other day. Because she's like, you need to have something good to help being sick and everything. So, we made that. It's my first time having it in, like, a year because of my new diet. So that was very nice. I've quite missed it. But yeah, I should probably have some tea at a point. I might make one when I wake up in the morning tomorrow, because I don't have to worry about being in a room that gets hot. Pardon me. Oops. I mean, that's fine to have open. Do punch the guy up and down. That little vulture has died. He kind of looks like a ho-oh, like a very like shriveled, starving little guy. So, unlike in Stormblood and Heaven's Word, for the 24-man raids, I'm going to actually try to do the Nier Automata ones for this one. Mainly because I really want the tank top in the second raid for my outfit. Because, like, I already have, like, a whole vibe planned out. And I kind of need that top to solidify it. Actually, I have 2 vibes planned out for that shirt. I have my green frog outfit. And then I have my just walking badass vibe. And until I can get to level 90, I need that shirt. Thank you. That should be everything taken care of. I'll return for your help. In return for your help, I'll tell you a bit more about the trolley. Nothing that can get it started again, though. As I said, the only people who know how to do that, know how to repair the Talos are long gone. When they left, the life began to bleed out of town. The trolley tracks rusted and its cars fell into despair. Now, I was born in Twine, raised here. My first words was trolley. Damn it. And those were the worst years of my life. But then, about 7 years passed, Magnus and his wife returned to us. Magnus is a real, proper trolley engineer, and perhaps he would have never left in the first place if it hadn't been for his son. As you're well aware, Amarang is hardly a safe place, and Magnus wanted the child to grow up away from its danger. Didn't help in the end. The soonest got to the boy. Isn't that the way? Isn't that always the way? The child had always said that someday he wanted to see Magnus's trolley running again. So, in his memory, they returned to Twine, started fixing those rusted rails and broken cars, and it was going well for a time. Wicked white. Vultures? They back for revenge? Never mind. I don't want to find out. I actually really should get some tea that works well for me. We have some tea that I just can't have anymore. And then I wasn't having tea earlier because it was like, you know, some teas cause dehydration, and that's not good when you got like bad fevers and stuff. But now I think I'm okay because the fevers are gone, so for the most part. So I should just guess I'm gonna soothe the throat at that point. Nice work out there. Now you know the story of the trolley. You won't do much good without the Talos, though. If there was even a single one that still functioned, things might be different, but, well, here we are. Not that it'll do you any good, but we do have a Talos we've been meaning to repair. I can show you if you like. It'd certainly be nice to hear something other than Magnus's griping for a change. Sure. Let's go look at it. Oh, forgot to turn my light on. There we go. Alright, so we have our first ether current here. Oh, he's up. I should wait. Oh no, it's that thing. Truly a most vexing state of affairs. Though, mayhap a closer examination might yield something of value. Prey doth return to the waking sands. I see. The means to build Talos stone by stone are lost to us, 'tis true, but here before us slumbers a most fine specimen. Indeed, were it not for a few minor failings, it would be in working condition. 'Twould likely require naught but a few modest repairs, and sufficient of ether. Well, if you think you can get the thing up and running, far be it from me to stop you, but what exactly do you reckon is the problem? I should stress that I have performed only the most customary of examinations, though such arcane constructions are not wholly unfamiliar to me, as I did suspect from the first. It is a host to a network of veins through which ether floweth freely. Or so it would, were it not for several fractures, which now impede said flow. How in the hells did you get all that from just a glance? I take it you've thought of a solution as well, then? To bridge these fissures requireth a material highly conductive to ether. Once in place, I believe it will be possible to restore the Talos to life. Might I prevail upon thee to acquire what we requireth? Not far beyond the walls of twine dwelleth a creature of living stone, the Dibbitage. Full sure am I that the stone from such a being would prove most suitable to our needs. Very good. I shall have Thancred and Minfilia attend me to the remaining preparations. I spied but 3 obstructions to the flow of ether in the Talos. Thus, would I ask to provide 3 stones of debitage. All else will be made ready upon thy return. Quick-witted scavenger. Hello, final debitage. Boing, 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 boing. Thancred and Minfilia will return ere long with the remaining supplies we require. Didst thou succeed in procuring stone from the debitage? Porta. Fine specimen, one and all. If I could do a good Snape impression, that's what I would have made his voice. Fine specimen, one and all. You have my thanks. We need now but wait for Thancred and Minfilia's return. I might go wash myself some raspberries as a little snacky. From end to end, the path by which the aether may flow through the Talos have been duly mended. They but require a sufficient endowment. It's not moving. Strange. The core refuseth to stir. I fear the condition of this talus is more dire than I previously surmised. But as a heart deriveth blood from a man's vein, through a man's veins, so doth a core of ether throughout this massive frame. Failing its repair or replacement, talus cannot be restored. So, it was the heart after all. Thou didst foresee this outcome. Well, no, not exactly. We'd never gotten this far in trying to repair it, so we had no way of knowing the heart was the real problem. We tried to find another, in case things turned out as they were now, but... Jack? This isn't really my story to share. Please, Jack, if there's something went wrong, please, maybe we can help. Not on this one, maybe could. Potentially, but not the way that you need to. Alright. Alright. After all you've done for me, I suppose it's the least I can do. The truth hurts. Gives me a weapon. The truth hurts. Gives me a weapon. Right then, the talus. The heart cannot be made of just any stone. You need a special sort with sufficient ethereal conductivity. Both it and the other materials used in the construction of the talus bodies are mined in the same place. That place, of course, being here, the Hills of Amber. And it was 3 years ago when she... No, I can't. I'm sorry, but you'll have to hear it from Thaf or someone else. Back to the tavern, then. Oh, I thought I could jump through that. Still here, eh? You can ask again, but the answer will still be the same. Our trolleys are. What? God damn it, Jack. You could have at least finished so I wouldn't have to clean up your mess. Seeing I've made such quick progress in fixing that talos and all, he's probably think you could help change things around here. And I think he might be right. Gather your friends and I'll tell you what you need to know. Hoist?
Magnus's wife was a miner, you know. Greatest prospector there ever was. When the golem heart started failing, she was the first to head out in search of more. Problem was, most of the veins ran dry ages ago, and finding fresh ones to tap's only gotten harder. But she wasn't one to be deterred. She just kept digging deeper and deeper. And then the mine collapsed. We labored day and night to clear away the rubble, but it took us 2 months to find her. To find her body. Magnus has never been the same since.
Lost his son and his wife.
Where is he, if you don't mind my asking?
Ah, yes, well, if he's not here, There's only one other place he'd be.
He's gonna go ape shit.
What? Oh, you again. How many times must I tell you? The trolley won't run! We'd be better off dismantling the damn thing and selling the parts for scrap. Now, piss off back to wherever you came from. And don't let me catch you around here again.
What were their names?
My son was named Skuli. My wife, Agna. Being here with them, it beats going home. Home stopped being home when I lost them.
You didn't lose the
I thought
memory
to
of
try
them.
and drown my sorrows. But somehow, the bottle's never deep enough.
No bottle is. Believe me, I know.
You've lost someone too?
Not like you. Not my own flesh and blood. I grew up an orphan, so I never really knew what family meant. Not until I met a man who offered to take me in and make me his pupil. He was a kindly soul, always looking out for me, like a father. Not that I appreciated that at the time, or anything else for that matter. But I finally had a family. And then I robbed a young girl of hers. I did my best to make amends, to offer her comfort. But the more I look back on it, the more I realize just how inadequate my efforts were. I let her down. That is why I refuse to let her legacy die. In the end, all we can do is press on, for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. And that requires your Talos. Please, Magnus. You are our only hope of reaching Nabarth Areng.
What
The way the
rubbish.
music is played at the start. Oh, absolutely.
She's not gone. No matter what you say or believe, she's not. We can still bring her back.
Although do I know the pain and loss and how heavily it can weigh on one's heart. Nevertheless, there is but one way forward. We must needs procure a new heart for the Talos. Faf, knowest thou any location wherein we might find the stone we require? No matter how scant the possibility, we would seize it. I told you. Near all the veins have been tapped years ago. Now I suppose if you really wanted to try, you might find some in Navi's leavings. It was open well before the Talos became commonplace, which is why the mining there was never quite as deep. When you get there, look for Guthjon, tell him I sent you, but don't be surprised if he tells you the same thing. Fine assistance is most appreciated. Listen, I think it best Steinkred joined thee in this search. Though he would be quick to deny it, his heart is in turmoil, and his thoughts clouded. 'Twould be unwise to ignore his distress. Papa Thancred! Papa Thancred! My Hubsdend. Of one of my 17 Hubsdens. Off somewhere, are you? At last. Laid on the stone we need to power the Talos. I can't very well have you go on your own now. Lead the way. I'll accept it. It's not my full vibe. But, you know, it's not bad. Five more till we're at the dungeon. I'd say we're long overdue for a good run, for a good turn, so I can only hope for the gods feel the same way. Now, Novi's leavings was to the south, was it? Let's get going. Now we have 2 quests in here that I can do. So those 2 plus the one that we get for doing the actual dungeon is 3. So there's still 1 more that has to pop up. Oh, it's a big, gigantic, The way you described it, I was expecting the place to be abandoned. Perhaps our fortunes are finally improving. Though, we should probably hear what Guthjon, has to say before we celebrate, assuming we can find him, that is. Yes, sir. Megalobat from the Megalomart. Megalobat from the Megalomart. Yeah, yeah. Do 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 do. Chuck Mangione is the face of Megalomart. Who are you? What are you doing here? Well, you should have listened to Thaf. You're wasting your time. But this site is not as developed as the others, is it not? Surely there must be something left. I should explain myself. The stone you're looking for is Leonine. All the Talos in the Hills of Amber are powered to using them. Or were at least, anyway. Whatever's left, if anything, is too far below to be safely excavated. In the deepest reaches of the mine, we use Talos to keep pathways from collapsing. They're still there, but they could give out at any time. Which is why much of the mine is closed off. then our only option is to search the higher levels for any fragments of Leonine that may have been left or overlooked. I suppose there may be one other way. Well, don't leave us in suspense. What you're asking for is a trade secret. I'll need to be duly compensated in exchange. Fine, what do you want? The other day I found a Volberg gold piece in the mines. Bloody Volberg gold piece. And wouldn't you know it, I dropped the damned thing. Somewhere while I was working. Find it, and I'll tell you what you need to know. Drive a hard bargain, sir, but we'll take it. It seems we have our work cut out for us, Little. Thankfully, we have an idea for how we might hurry things along. Assuming you've noticed, despite our best efforts to illuminate the corridors, it's rather dark in here, meaning it will be that much harder to find a single coin hiding in the shadows. That is why I propose we use these sun drops. They'll help the eye take in more light. Why don't you start your search further in, and I'll handle this area. I'll retrace your steps after in case you happen to miss it. If you feel the drop's effect wear off, I can give you more, so don't worry. Alright, thank you. Started losing his accent there for a second. My name is Steinkred. My name is Steinkred. I am a gunbreaker. Sound like Ben Starr to a degree, but no one can truly match Ben Starr's beautiful accent. You search the shadows, but find nothing. Perhaps the gold piece lies elsewhere. Boing, 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 boinky, boink, boink, boink. You search the shadows. A glint catches your eye. You turn over the rock and find the Volberg gold piece.
Oh, no way! I can't believe I found it on my second try.
Fair enough, if that wasn't it, I was just gonna follow the walls around and do like, you know, keep to the one wall when you're in a maze so you never lose your way and you'll eventually find the exit. That's the vibe I was going for, but I didn't need it. I guess it did help me. I was hoping he dropped the gold piece somewhere closer to the entrance. More fool for me thinking Lady Luck was on our side. It was, actually. Or maybe she is. Yours, at least, in the end. My contribution was little more than poor company. Couldn't have done it with your sun drops. You say that, but you have a proven knack for success, regardless of circumstance. I doubt very much I could have discovered it unassisted. I only managed to survive Corthian wilderness by the Imperial capital, by virtue of extensive preparation and habits of mine since childhood, and one of a few positive traits, which endeared me to Louis Soir, I imagined. Hasn't been easy finding ways to compensate for my condition. Every tool and trinket has proven vital to my continued success, such as it is. Had I chosen to persuade the arcane arts rather than espionage, well, I'd rather not think about it. So long as I have the manners, so long as I have the means to protect those dear to me, and to see my duties through, that's all that matters. Now let us hurry and see this return to Goth, John. The sooner we get back to Eorzea and Minfilia, the better. What, you're back? Wait, does that mean? I'll be damned, you actually found it. Well, deal's a deal. But don't think this means you'll find what you're after. To be honest, I wasn't sure you could pull it off. But you did, and I'm a man of my word. Come with me. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of grinding soon. Because I'm gonna need Paladin at 80 for post MSQ. Every time I step out of those mines, the sky seems to get brighter. I never leave them if the air weren't so stale. But... Hello, Jin. How are you doing today, my friend? But you're not come to hear my grievances. You're after Leonine. First, I have to ask you. You ever heard of rockworms? Rockworms, I know them by another name, though I'm fairly certain the locals call them knockers. Aye, they do. Whenever you call them, those bastards may be the answer to your troubles. They can fit through cracks and crevices down where we could never hope to reach. On occasion, they come up with something valuable. Dig up Leonine in the mines. It's a rare occasion, yes, but that said, usually amounts to more than a few flakes. Well, only other option sounds tantamonious to suicide, so how can we draw out these rockworms? Over by that shack, you'll find bags of smoke bombs. Set off a few in the mines and you'll flush them out in no time. Once they're out in the open, knock them senseless, and check the bags. I should warn you, this method of mining, if you can call it that, is used as a last resort on account of what little they like to bring back. You'll want to cover as much ground as you can if you hope to find anything of value. Assuming you do. Find something, that is. Bring it here and I'll have a look. We should split up. If we are to cover more ground, as he suggests, if you can cover these 3 areas on your map, I'll see to these parts between them. Boing, 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 boing. I was gonna check, like, that, basically the non-highlighted area. Bam, 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 wow, 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 wow. Ba-da, ba-ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Over here. The air in the mines goes thick with smoke. Nearby, you hear a soft rumble of stone. Look at them, the little baby. Oh. Rumble, rumble, grumble, grumble. One of 7 pieces are gotten. Through this land we shall find more. Fill me, princess, was when the last. Now I kind of want to watch Aladdin. Actually, I'm just in the mood for a Disney movie in general. I'll try to think of one. I really want to watch. I need to figure out a way to do it on this TV downstairs. I really want to watch Josie the Tiger and the Fish. But my TV, though it is a smart TV, doesn't get Crunchyroll, which is so stupid. Because yeah, it's YouTube. It gets freaking TikTok, but it doesn't get Crunchyroll or Funimation. Like, I'm sorry, what? That's stupid. You're a smart TV, not a average intelligence TV. Though I do love YouTube. I don't like TikTok, though. Just not a fan of TikTok. Though when I did do TikTok in the past, I did get a good following off it. I just didn't enjoy making the content. The way that that I did. It was all Apex stuff as well, which I do enjoy Apex. Not a big fan of social media. Yeah. I mean, like, some social medias are cool. Like, even though I don't like how it's ran, Twitter is very good for, like, information and stuff. Like, keeping updated on game progress and things like that. I don't like Facebook. I don't like Instagram. If it weren't for, like, funny memes and stuff, I probably wouldn't use TikTok. Alright, I wouldn't use TikTok. I wouldn't use Twitter. I don't use TikTok at all. And then I don't like Twitch or Kick, so YouTube's like my only streaming service that I enjoy. But I do use it if I want to watch friends or like tournaments and stuff for Twitch. Social medias are just too draining. There's like no enjoyment out of it. Everyone's upset on those sites. There's no point in doing them. Kobold knockers. I guess it's a wandering kobold instead of a wandering knocker. But there should be 2 over here. There's 1, and the other is probably just a little further. What about friends? There's friends there. I don't know what that one is. Even at the time where I use dating apps, they're exhausting. I'll probably Google it if anything. I mean, if you want to explain it, by all means, go for it. Unless it's like something weird. It's like a weird like dating app kind of thing, but probably not. FFxiv. It's an old social media before Facebook. Oh, yeah. I mean, like, back in the day, I used MySpace. But I never heard of Friendster. I heard of AOL, even though I'm Canadian, so we never really got AOL. I never was on the internet. I wasn't really on the internet until I was about... I don't even know when actually we got a computer. It was like maybe 6, 7? Got a laptop when I was maybe 10 or 11 because of school. And it's all honestly only been like the past 6-7 years that I've actually been into like social medias and like stuff like that. Because before that, I was just watching YouTube, and that was really it for my internet stuff. Maybe playing Wizard 101. Here's expensive stuff. Usually mid-rich people. Damn. I guess like commodities like that in different places of the world are localized to different like income groups, right? There we go. I took my sippy of the drinkoid. There you are. Find anything promising? Between you two, I'd say you've got quite the haul. Best get comfortable, friends. Gonna take some time for me to sift through all this.
You may not remember this about Arminfilia, but prior to founding the Path of the 12, long before the Scions, she was something of a miner.
Oh yeah, she was a child, wasn't she?
After her father died, Flamine took her in and taught her the trade. I think they were both seeking to fill the void left by a loved one. Maybe that's why she took to it so readily. Back in those days, I spent most of my time in the quicksand, or some other tavern, loosening tongues and gathering secrets. Occasionally, I'd catch a glimpse of her in the street, on her way home after another hard day's work. I always felt a wave of relief when I saw she'd come back safe, along with a pang of guilt at the fact I wasn't there to support her as I should have been. Simply speaking with her more than once in a blue moon would have been a good start, but I could never bring myself to do it. Instead, I threw myself into my work and became every drunkard's best friend.
Alright, let's see. Can imagine she thought too highly of you back then. Not your finest hour, to say the least.
Far from it, and Flamine has never let me live it down. But that was a lifetime ago. Here and now, I have another chance to do things right, and I will not squander it again.
Hey! Come and see what I found! You're not going to believe this.
Tell me it's Leonine.
Misbegotten?
It is at that. You lot were born lucky. It's mostly broken pieces. But look at this.
This is a rather fine specimen.
It's been decades since we found anything approaching this big. But that's not all. There's an engraving on it.
Ah, these scratches here. They're a little hard to make out. To my beloved Magnus and Schoolie.
Aw.
Yes! Do you see? It was a gift to Magnus from his wife. She found it. She really found it. She must have spent her final hours carving this message into the stone, in the hope that he might see it one day. Those rock-backed bastards must have made off with it before we could clear a path to her. It's fate that brought you here to find this stone. No other explanation. It makes me wonder what else might still be buried in these parts.
I love that part.
I'll take the money. Cha-ching.
Enhanced thrill of the battle. Let's see. I got my enhancement. Okay, so I'm done getting enhancements for this expansion, but I am also done getting moves. Yes, because I got Nascent Flash. Because Orogeny is 86, and then Inner Chaos is 80. Which I guess technically I get on this expansion too, so I got 2 more levels until I get my better FFxiv.
I wouldn't believe it had I not seen it for myself. But before you set it in the talus, would you take it to Magnus? For 3 long years he's believed she died for nothing. He must know the truth. That her sacrifice was not in vain.
We'll take it straight to him, you have my word. Thanks you, Guthjon, for all your help. Right then, let's not keep everyone waiting. Have a heart, turn a map.
What? Oh, it's you. If you come to complain about the trolley, you'll find no sympathy from me. I told you before I won't run and you won't listen.
Oh, but I will, now that we have this. Your name is engraved on it, along with your son's. It's a gift from your wife, Magnus.
From Agna. No. No, she couldn't have.
Goosebumps.
Agna. Take it. Do with it what you will.
Are you certain? It would delay our plans, but
I said take it. It was you who found it. You who needs it. Looking at that stone, all I can see is... Please, just leave me be.
I hope you will be there when the Talos stirs to life. I'm sure she'd want you to see it. Would you do the honors of delivering this to Eorzea? Then their wages of blood. Thou art returned, and with Leonine it would seem. As promised, the Talos hath been made ready to receive its heart, thanks in no small part to Jerk, Thaf, and Minfilia. At least we shall return time to the timeless, the sentinel of stone, that we may press on forward to Nabatharang. Very good. Now let us begin. Letteth us begin the pleasure that.
Preparations for the enchantment are complete. When the heart hath been suffused with a sufficient quantity of ether, the golem should be restored to life.
All right then. Whenever you're ready. It's working! It's working! Magnus!
You left me for this? This wretched heap of stone and rubble? This worthless pile of earth? And yet, I can't. I can't.
Oh, Minfilia, sweetie.
What troubleth thee, child?
I shouldn't be here. I don't deserve to be. I don't deserve any of the things you've done for me. I'm just a burden, helpless and hopeless. If tomorrow came and I was gone, it would be better for everyone. Thancred most of all. He'll never admit it, but I can see it in his eyes. I wish he'd just say it. Just say that he hates me, that he wishes I was dead so that she could return.
None of this is thy doing, child. 'Twas I who set the Oracle on her path unto the first. I who condemned you all to suffer these torments. 'Tis my sin alone, and one that will haunt me unto my dying day. Yet I dare not dwell over long on my many regrets, for the world is a tapestry of fates, interwoven and inseparable. And we who strive to better it cannot choose but make difficult decisions. For naught of worth was ever achieved without sacrifice. And thus must man ever struggle to weigh life against loss. The one for whom thou mournest beareth no grudge. Were she here, she would not suffer thee to languish in sorrow. She would tell thee to seek thine own path, thine own purpose. It is a truth which I myself was slow to learn. Yet a truth it remaineth. Thou needst but have faith, and all will be well.
Go to her.
Not today.
Meanwhile, in the Crystarium.
To what do I owe the pleasure that is your extended stay?
Oh, to the tediousness of our hero's present endeavors. That and the insufferable abundance of light in Armorang. I should be glad to keep my distance. Oh, I'm rather fond of sleep, you know. It's a wonderful way to pass the time.
It really is.
Not that my compeers would agree, mind you. Always on the move, the lot of them. Like La Hebrea, constantly jumping from vessel to vessel. Such fire, such determination. So much passion, fleeting and forgotten. Come to think of it, Exarch, I don't believe I've ever seen you retire to your chambers for so much as 40 winks. However do you keep your eyes from closing?
Oh, you know.
The cold shoulder. You wound me, sir. Always so guarded in our every interaction. Interactions you curiously refrain from sharing with the Scions and their champion.
And risk souring your budding relationship? I think not. Much as I dislike you, there are more useful targets for her energies. And I am not in the habit of pointing her at my enemies like a weapon.
Is that right? Fond of her, are you? You continue to fascinate me, Exarch. But tell me, who are you?
You don't need to know that yet. It's not plot relevant at this very second.
The once great nation whose ingenuity gave birth to this tower was shaped by my hand. As such, I know full well the wonders it can facilitate and those it cannot. There is nothing in these walls which could have aided you in summoning our dear friend across time and space. Much less in possession of her mortal flesh. Not even I could have performed such a feat.
I see. You had a hand in Alag as well. You would know what I am? I am the adjudicator of the sacred history with which you dared trifle. I am keeper of this tower's boundless wisdom. The wisdom of ages without age, of everywhere and nowhere. The great work of those who tamed the wings of time and grasped the nature of the rift. 'Tis a boon born of sacrifices yet unmade. The parting gift of brave heroes who will one day give their lives for a brighter future. I will not see their hopes and dreams squandered. The history which led us here will be unwritten. I promise you that.
Well, it seems we're both eager to fulfill our duties then.
I could listen to these two talk for
On that much,
hours
we are
on
in
end.
agreement.
They both just have such beautiful voices. God, I love the voice acting in this game. I wish I could do something as good as it. Nose is a little trippy again. Apologies. Mine apologies for the delay. Minfilia and I had a private matter to discuss. Which bringeth me to the question, how didst thou find Thancred during your search? He spoke of Minfilia, of his own accord. I see. 'Tis well that he did, and with such candor. I attempted to broach the subject before. Mine intention was to ensure no words remained unspoken between them, lest tragedy intercede. I regret I myself know all too well. Alas, in the end he refused to heed my counsel. A time will come when they finally must face the reality of their circumstances, but I have faith that all will be well in time. Now let us not tarry any longer. The Talus and Nabatharang await. Right. I'm gonna take a quick moment break, and I'll be back. Let's get my character to hum. I'll be back. Okay. And there's all three. Thank you very much, Jin. Full steam ahead.
It's been years since I've seen a Talos in such a fine shape. But that Agna was able to see it, was here to see it. Or our son. I was ready to let her dreams die there in the mines. Even after you'd went and found Leonine. I refused to believe it could work. God. What a fool I was. But I tell you now, I'm going to take good care of this Talos, for both their sakes, on behalf of my family, and all the miners of Twine. Thank you. Well, enough chitter-chatter. Let's get you to Nabatharang, eh? Everything seems to be in order. I'll take the Talos presence. Resolves the issue with the gate. Oh, that, yes. Designed to open the Talos. It's designed to open at the Talos' approach. Then we can finally go to Nabatharang. You certainly can. All that remains is the final check. The control box over at the mines. You hear that, boys? Get the Talos over to the mines and keep a close eye on it around the curves, understood? Yes, sir. Let us repair the mines then. Let us repair to the mines then. Before we go, while you were away with Little, I prepared an extra set of cartridges for you. And this one, the practice cartridge you gave me. I know I should have thrown it away ages ago, but I've been adding a little extra to it every day. After so many charges, I'm not sure what it will do, but I want you to have it. For luck. Minfilia, my daughter. We should hurry. Magnus and the others are probably wondering where we are.
We'll make our way back over here later to do those things. Maybe I should do the reset before we go into the instance. Depends. If it says set aside sufficient time, then I'm gonna do that. I should probably do it anyways, just to be safe. Alright, let's do a quick reset. I wish I could spam the OK like it is for when you're trying to delete a character. Reset at 142. All right, let's do that.
Wait, but.
I don't know. I want to make some funny sounds now. Nine people in the queue, let's go. 9 people ahead of me. 9 people in the queue. And I will kill every single one. Actually not. That's not the answer, unless it's in a video game. Alright. Alright, there we go.
Minfilia! Minfilia!
So, this is it. We're finally going to Nabatharang. I've thought long and hard about what to say to her. It's the real Minfilia. I hope when the time came I would know, but with every step we take I feel more uncertain. There's no reason to give up though. Not when there's so much at stake. Thank you, all of you, for helping me get here. Now, let's not keep Magnus waiting.
Red Mage with one of the best looking astrolabe, or not astrolabes, things.
There you are. So what do you think? It's a primitive looking, I'll admit, but Daedalus stonework has always favored a simple, intuitive design, and that philosophy has served us well enough. Much of the trolley network uses single tracks, making it easy for the Talus to navigate as needed. And plotting a route is so simple, even we can do it. Which makes for fewer incidents on transit. Speaking of which, are you ready to board? Alright, watch your step.
Voiced?
Eorzea?
Thou must needs carry on without me. The path to Nabatharang lieth open. Whilst thou travellest thither to the south, I would apprise Mistress Eorzea and the others of our progress. As circumstances permit, I will thereafter rejoin the hunt for the remaining Light Wardens.
Magnus, will the gate close immediately after the trolley passes through?
No, it will stay open until someone closes it manually. Built that way to prevent any untimely accidents.
Then you and the others can meet us in Nabarth Areng, after giving the Ilmorans the slip.
Eorzea. Thank you for everything.
Remember, thou needst but have faith.
If you've finished with your goodbyes, I suggest you grab hold of something. Be a shame if you took a tumble. The tracks beyond the gate aren't in the best of shape, so the trolley can only go as far as Malik. Godspeed!
Let's go. Adventure awaits. I feel like I've made very good progress today, considering. Because what, we're at Crossroad or full steam ahead? We have Crossroad, then we have Light Warden, and then 4 more after that.
That must be the gate.
I'm hoping to get to Paradise Fallen today. So 4 quests after the dungeon.
Well, so far so good. Wait, is that Ranjit?
How do you know? After one of the best instances ever.
You're a stubborn old swine, aren't you?
He is. So are all of we.
One who has mastered Gukumots fears not the blackest pit or the fieriest hell. Your deeds in the east did not go unnoticed. Long have I lain in wait, and sure enough, you did not disappoint. Had you only sworn fealty to Lord Vorthry, you'd have no cause to skulk about like frightened animals. You will remain as you are, while I dispatch these villains.
No, I won't. I won't let you.
You forget to whom you speak. Who armed you, trained you, fought and killed 1,000 sin-eaters with you? And when you were inevitably cut down and lay lifeless in my arms, who sought out your successor to carry on the futile struggle again and again? We seek to bring peace to what is left of this shattered land, while these mad fools would only bring further chaos down upon us. Do not be deceived, child. Only by Lord Vorthry's hand will this dying world know a sliver of salvation.
I don't know about the world, but I never asked to be saved. However much it hurts, and however
It's
hard
negative
it gets.
30. Jesus,
it's my
brother.
life, and I want to live it on my own terms.
No, not a fan. Not really kosher.
And those mad fools you want me to abandon, the ones I've traveled with, fought with, and may one day die with, they feel the same. So no, I will not be deceived. No matter what you say, I refuse to believe it's all for nothing. They're everything to me. All I have, and all I need. And I would gladly do anything for them. Let us pass, or kill me.
Potentially.
I'm not leaving here without them.
Potentially.
How dare you! Very well. If you would cast your lot with villains, then you shall share their fate.
So he made that man flip.
I heard what you said, and I'm sorry for all the things I've left unspoken. You have to go, now!
Thancred, no!
Go!
Supremacy.
Do what you came here to do. I'll not have you waste that newfound resolve on me. I leave her in your hands. Hurry!
Let's go, kid. You'll see your dad again soon. Don't worry.
Not another step. Your fight is with me.
You think yourself a protector? As
I don't
if
know.
a whelp like you could be a better father to her than me.
I think the next X pack is gonna have. I mean, because we always have an. Ideally, I would say the next expansion would be a tank and a healer. Even though we just got one in Endwalker, I would like a tank and healer for our next expansion.
Come on!
You lie to yourself and you lie to her.
No, eat. Shit, buddy. Playing as Thancred again really makes me want to, you know, go back to being Gunbreaker for a little bit again.
I've lied, kept secrets, but no more. She deserves better.
Who might not sure. Two of those combos are not good for obvious reasons, but tank healer makes sense. It does. Like, I would hope that we get a tank healer vibe in the future. I think that would be a very fun combo to see. Especially considering we're very saturated with DPSs at this point. I think having an expansion where we don't get one would be very good. Considering we just got double DPS too, we deserve no DPS next expansion.
Vanity.
Ba-ba. Dun, 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 dun.
Beast of my blood, answer my call!
Those jobs are too far ahead even for your crowd. True.
Rend my foes and ward their blows!
He's a reaper.
Better a monster than a deceiver. A spinner of fool's dreams and false hopes. Who's now following hope.
It's in the blood. Run.
I was wrong.
Nah, you're just always wrong, buddy. Oh, you know what, actually? If we were to get another tank, I want it to be Berserker. Barbarian, Berserk, whatever they want to call it.
There was any time to clean up
Line up a clean shot. That's true.
I suppose if there is no other way.
Bum, bum, ba-da. Barbarian, Berserker, too similar to Warrior. I guess. Which does suck, but, you know, I want something like savage feeling for a tank. Maybe somehow we will get a, like a druid kind of vibe in the future.
Die!
Uh-oh. There we go. I'm perfectly in the middle.
What is this foolishness?
Not good.
Strains more than I remember. At least now I can get that shot.
There we go. Got it. Like a wild shipper? Yeah. Why not? Let me turn into, what would be a fun thing to turn into? No. Oh, you know what? I want, one thing I've been saying for a while now, you know this, Q. I want a tank that works off of Arcanist. I want something to be able to, like, take swords out of a book, become Asta. Let me become Asta Black Clover.
You never understood her.
No, he didn't.
It's not a bird to be locked away in a gilded cage.
And you presume to be her protector? Pathetic! No quarter!
Let's see, a proper polearm style tank could work for. That's true. Very true. Give us a bow, right? Like the bow staff, not like a bow and arrow.
So you've played your hand far too early, boy.
No, I'm fine. A brewmaster amongst them. Wow. Yeah. For healer, I have no idea what they could do. I feel like coming up with a tank idea right now is a lot more feasible.
You're long enough, wouldn't you agree?
Oh, he would agree, but he would want to kill me. Ooh, Chris is on.
Yeah, that's all.
Necromancer's the one you always... I want Necromancer so badly, but would it even work? Is my issue.
And for his last cartridge, I have to make it count.
Fall!
How?
It's more like a pet DPS. It feels like a pet DPS, yeah.
Fools to a man! Fall!
I barely made it work, so did Baldur's Gate. True. Baldur's Gate was really good for summons and stuff. God, I want to play through Baldur's so badly right now. Yo, Q, you need to figure out a way to get Baldur's Gate. That'd be a fire thing to play. I want to go through that on stream with someone. I don't want to do it solo. I don't think so. At least for content. Well, Baldur's Gate is D&D.
But you've not seen the grand finale. Just a little more.
Thought I popped Nebula.
One last disappearing ant.
I make it work anyhow. Yeah. They can homebrew the crap out of that stuff.
Were you not struggling to stand? I might think you serious. Oh, I am deadly serious.
Soul deep invisibility.
For you think the shadows will save you? Just a little more.
You got this tank cred. Yeah.
You would have her suffer and die. I would spare her that fate.
That is not for you or anyone else to decide, ever again. Not a single day goes by that I don't think about all that you have given me. Countless memories and moments I took for granted. Gods, you grew up so fast.
He's just a proud dad.
But you had to, didn't you? For those you had lost. For those you could yet save. A world teetering on the very brink of oblivion, for which you gave your everything, without hesitation. Your kindness, your compassion, your love, then and now. One last time, with a little help. I'm so proud to have been a part of your life. Oh, Minfilia.
This is the place this is where she stopped the flood. The last time I was here, I felt her presence overwhelm me. I tried to pretend it wasn't happening, to just turn away. But I can't turn away now. Not this time. For Thancred and the others, I have to face her.
In the event you leave the area, speak with the apprentice engineer at the Twine in Amarang.
And return to Nabatharang.
All the way up there. All the way down here. She's right there. Right all the way over here.
I can sense a presence, albeit faintly. Come. Let's look over by the crystal wall.
A little lala fell, is just vibing there. Let me go grab this here, just in case it doesn't let me. Alright, all of our ether currents and Amarang are now grabbed physically, not the ones that we can do through quests and so on. How are you? Oh, Dark Knight. Fancy. That's a Garuda. Little freaked up looking Garuda.
Is this...
Okay, I just want to make sure that auto text is on.
Run for your lives! It's the flood! The flood!
The end is nigh!
Look! There's somebody up there!
On top of the palace!
No! Stand back! We shall stay the flood.
But this is what I want! It's my sacrifice to make!
Your time has not yet come. When all hangs in the balance, you must give them hope.
Minfilia!
This place.
Ours is a meeting long overdue. Full glad am I that we may finally speak.
Good to see you again.
My dear, sweet child. Yours is a burden none should ever be forced to bear. Such pain and suffering you have endured. Yet still you came. For this and more, I thank you.
I've lost count of the times I've almost given up. If people hadn't helped me every step of the way, I never would have made it.
Yet here you stand, resolved. Now, tell me your heart's desire.
To defeat the Sin Eaters, and bring this world back from the brink. The remaining Wardens have hidden themselves from us. But with the power of the Oracle, I thought we might be able to find them.
Indeed you could. Their radiance would be unmistakable. But know, my child, that the power you seek will come at a price. We stand now at the crossroads. A decision must be made. 'Tis only natural to be afraid, to hesitate. But for your many trials, you have grown stronger and wiser. And with the love and support of those you hold dear, you have grown to love yourself.
The flood has washed away so much of this world. So many people and places and possibilities. And all the heroes who fought to protect them. Yet here the Scions are, trying so hard to help those few of us who remain, and seeing how tirelessly they work, how completely committed they are to the cause. I can't help but believe. But I want to do more than just watch and cheer. I want to make a difference. I want to help them, like they helped me, and maybe even inspire others to do the same. Coming together, providing for one another. That's the only way forward I can see. Since all of our heroes are gone, we'll just have to make heroes of ourselves.
'Tis a beautiful, wonderful dream. One we share. Though my power was all but spent in staying the flood, I prayed this final act would give hope to those who survived. That self-same hope lives on in you. It gives me comfort to know that the future is in capable hands. If ever you should falter, remember this. No one, however powerful, is immune to the whisperings of doubt and despair. Do not give in to them. But do not deny them either. Look instead to the light within, that you may continue to serve as a beacon to others.
Thank you, Minfilia, for believing in us, for believing in me.
Your little peck on the forehead, like, wow, good kid, you're my daughter now.
Dearest friend, no words can express my gratitude to you for keeping her safe in these tumultuous times. You are a hero to us both. But not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone. Only together may you change the fate of two worlds.
That's my ring.
What happened? I remember speaking with Minfilia and then... Is something wrong? Your hair? It's different. Your eyes, too. A parting gift, I think. Until now, I've walked the path she set before me. The path she set before all Minfilia's. But she's given me a new path, a new life, that I can call my own. Even though she's gone, I can still feel her, warm and calm and gentle. I can feel the beating heart of the world, the light that swells within it. Light Wardens, there's one here in Armorang. Let's hurry back, the others need to know. You don't think Thancred will be mad angry with me, do you? Only one way to find out, let's go. In a way,
Only one way to find out, kid. Time to go. I know there's no getting around it, but... Would you mind going on ahead? I'll be right behind you, I promise. Sure. No, piss off, Molamander. There's a name and power to Minfilia, but chose to bond, but a close bond with Thancred. She also does technically share a name with Thancred because she took his last name. I believe in literal status, she is Thancred's daughter at this point. In, like, where we are in, like, current day 14.
Ah, there you are. We were worried.
We? Brother, look
Really?
at you.
She wasn't the one that nearly got herself killed.
Exactly. Thank you, Alize.
It's a good thing Eorzea called on us when he did. You were at death's door when we found you.
But thanks to your timely ministrations, I was not obliged to walk through it.
That's fair.
Minfilia?
Oh, besides Thancred. Yep.
You saw her.
I know I haven't exactly been pulling my weight up till now, but that's all going to change, starting today. I'll do whatever it takes to make Minfilia's dream a reality.
Didn't Alize get an outfit upgrade soon?
I can track the Light Wardens
I don't remember if
now.
she has one in
Maybe
the
even help
commercial
you
or
fight
not,
them.
but I want her to have a new fit.
I'm glad you're back.
You don't have to say that, you know.
But you're his daughter. He loves you.
But I want to. Your family. How else would I feel?
She will need a name.
A name?
A name of her own. I would not have her walk in the shadow of another any longer.
Hell yeah.
And I think it a fitting tribute to our departed friend, too. At the mention of Minfilia, I would remember the woman who preserved our fellowship when all seemed lost.
Do you remember what you were called before you were taken to Yulmore?
I'm sorry, I don't. I couldn't have been very old when it happened.
Then we must think of a new name. Suggestions?
Well, you are her father after all.
If the lady herself has no preference, I think the honor should rightly fall to Thancred. After all they have been through together, he's practically a father to her.
Yeah.
Well spotted. I'm so glad you're here to explain these things.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing.
What about Reen?
Ah, blessing in Fae. Wait, doth this mean thou wert listening when I delivered my lectures on the pixies?
Not exactly, but that one word made an impression. Of course, if it's not to your liking, I can think of something else.
Reen. Yes, I rather like the sound of it. Thank you.
That settles it then. Welcome aboard, Reen.
I won't let you down.
Baby. Your baby. Gosh, Rick.
I honestly don't know how to repay all of you for what you've done. But I promise to do whatever I can to help. Oh, are you certain you're up for fighting so soon? I can't imagine the power of the Oracle. It's something one learns to wield at in the space of a few hours. Maybe not, but the presence of the Light Wardens is unmistakable to me now. In fact, I sense one here in Amarang, to the west. I think it might be hiding underground. Underground? Then it's as we suspected. We thought it prudent to take a brief survey of the area prior to your arrival. To the west, we found the remains of a site known as Malika's Well. If I recall correctly, the well was built in remembrance of the ancient king of Nabatharang to serve as a source of respite from the desert heat. It fell into disuse after the flood, whereupon miners of Amarang thought to turn part of it into an excavation site. Judging by its size, the underground waterways are no doubt extensive, the perfect hiding place for a warden. Reen, are you certain you can track it down? Leave it to me.
Then it's settled. We'll make for Malik as well.
I'm so close to going down hammer time. That should be Monday? That I can get my hammer. Boing.
It's here. I can taste its ether on the wind. Then, we finally found our mark. Let's put an end to this, Sizzle. I'm gonna turn the night sky to Amarang. I look as well now accessible. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. And then we will run it. It's gonna put my character right here. I'm gonna go here. We're gonna go to monochrome 2. We're gonna have her hum. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay. Let me this back, go there, be like, hey, Chris, at the
Oh, just as Chris got here.
I'm not a fan of this axe one bit.
Hello, little, Lala. How are you, friend? Oh, it's you again. Boing, boing, ah. Alright. We have a queue to wait. So, why not be smart and start running some things? Hroth here. Rother. Say, perhaps could you help me? As you've no doubt noticed, most of Twine's miners are Ronso. There's a Mr. Lad, though. The only one of his kind in the whole town. His name is Kisat, bit of a loner. Always digging himself in places where you'll be lucky to find a few lumps of coal. Never mind gems and such. I often ask him why he doesn't mine the same spot as the rest of us, but he never speaks with me or gives me a proper answer. I dare say he would be more inclined to speak with an outsider, though. If you could get the truth out of him, and see if there's anything is the matter, it would put my mind at ease.
Sure.
Traveler, eh? What do you want with me? Looking to find a few lumps of coal. Is that what he said? Shows how much he knows. You, on the other hand, might be a better audience for my master plan. Have you ever heard of an alloy called Nabathium? Nabathium? It's strong, light, and resilient to heat and friction. It was one of the most valuable metals in Nabatharang, and a lot of their jewelry was made out of the stuff. Trouble is, the techniques for mixing the alloy were lost to the flood. I've been looking for a way to make my own, and the search led me to a scroll that explains the methods. Right now, right down to the last detail. After having hit a story and decipher it, I learned that I lack one vital ingredient. Rutabyte. And it's what I'm digging for. A short venture into the empty, but my next best option is to look for a vein. Short of venturing into the empty, my next best option is to look for a vein here in Amarang. Of course, I stand as a much better chance of finding one if I had help, but I'd rather not rely on anyone from around here. Some of the Ronso miners take exceptions to the fact I'm Mistel. They seem to think that we're not built for this kind of work. When I find that Rutabyte, they'll see how wrong they were. You know, it's the first time I've said more than about 2 words to anyone in a while. And I feel better for getting that off my chest. This might be a bit sudden, but I have an idea. Would you like to see the moment I finally unearth the vein of ore? Well, what I really mean is that I need someone there to act as witness, otherwise the others might think I brought a lump of it from somewhere ludicrously expensive as it is. And am pretending to have dug it up myself. Will you do me this favor?
Sure.
You will? Oh, thank you. Luckily, I found the perfect spot for my next dig. If my miner's hutch is correct, the ore should be waiting just below the surface. It's in Nuvi's leavings, so I'll wait for you there.
Alright, see you there, my boy.
Then the way. Oh, it's you.
Have you seen a charm like this before? Okay.
Have you seen a charm like this? No.
Malik as well.
Oh my goodness. You guys are going through this for the first time?
Nah, I haven't alt. I actually. Oh,
I don't know if the door opens after we get here or anything, but do 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 do. Just pull the whole room. There's the entrance. I could not remember for the life of me for a second. I'm like, which way do I go? Didn't see it. Don't know where to go. Yeah, our ninja is the one that I saw outside.
Yeah, I should be like that one.
One dark future, no one survive. Love that we walk is lost in the flood. Proud in the veins, in their wages of blood. Ooh, Wes leveled up. Alright. That's for monks and stuff. Monk and samurai, I think it said? Yeah. Let's get you guys close to the door. Now you can blow yourself up. And down we go.
Oh, look at the outside, it's so pretty.
One brings shadow, one brings us light. Two go, there go, tablet through time. Three go, ten guesses, huh? One dark future, no one's a rap. Cast this for them and that. a very weird angle watching the game from above. But I'm kind of for it. I kind of like the top-down feel every now and again. Necklace. I don't like it everyone else's adventure played. Okay, Reaper main. Black Mage main. He's running a level 50 Black Mage gear, I just realized. Hey, that hurt. Okay, that didn't hurt that much. So consistently keeping him on facing west, which is kind of funny to me. Yep, 0 damage from a TB. I'll take that. Pass on the pants, pass on that. Grab these guys and kill their asses. They're forgiven. They're the little guys. Alright, so we'll end today on this. I'm guessing. It'd take us a second to get this queue, so. I got 30 minutes left on this run, or on this stream. And I believe it's a little ambitious to think that I can do 4 quests in 30 minutes. So, I am very close to the end. So maybe I can do 1 more quest after this.
See, this is where an LB would probably work well. But also, I don't know if like I really want to get them to cast LB. Ooh, a Reaper Scythe. Oh, that is so clean. Oh, if I were actually like invested in leveling up Reaper to 90 on this character like sooner, I would grab it. Cause like I'll get things to Omni on here, but like Reaper's not on the high import list at the moment. Corners. Alright. I'm vaguely remembering these as time goes on. There we go. Good so far, gamers. Let's go! I got the Ring of Fending. I was paying attention if I had to go in or not there, to be honest. Storage.
Hi guys, my name is Storage.
Or Storgy. Penelope wouldn't be horrible here. I think we were all a different race there as well. There's always so fun when we can have like a perfectly diverse group of people. We had 2 males, 2 female characters, 1 Viara, 1 here, 1 Mikote, and 1 Lala. We walk along in the flood, proud fingers moving, the waves is the blood. Got myself breaking there. This one hurt now. Yep. Oh, that's a nice rapier. But I don't need it. I do need that. What do you mean I already possess one? Just give it. Literally the only one who can benefit off it. Oh, these boots though? Not it.
Two comms, let's go.
Don't get me wrong, I'm glad those travelers made it all the way to Nabatha Reng. But when Eorzea told me the Talos was in pieces, and the trolley didn't look much better, I couldn't help wondering what in the hell's had gone on.
What indeed? At least the heart is in one piece. The rest is replaceable. Looking at this mess, though, it's a miracle they survived.
Well, we're resilient.
You can say that again.
What the? Are you seeing this?
The sky. It...
Hey buddy, how you doing?
At last, night has returned to Amareng.
Just head empty, no thought.
We'll
Exactly.
save this broken world yet, Tesleen. You see if we don't.
No doubt retreating in the wake of the Warden's demise.
Back to Calusia, the last refuge of light.
Home to our dear Lord Vorthry.
Lord
Who will
Vorthry.
no doubt do everything in his power to thwart us.
God, we're about to get my favorite dungeon.
As
Oh.
well he should. For defeat there would spell the end for both him and his heavenly host.
"15 quests until my favorite dungeon in the
There
game,
the fate
or
of
in
this
this
star
expansion
shall
at
be
least.
decided.
Might be my favorite dungeon overall, actually.
We did it. We really did it. I only wish there were time to visit the inn. We can but hope to the night. The return of night has granted the residents some shred of comfort. Though they thought the world beyond changing, but today I think we proved them wrong. We will fix this broken land, little, together. Are you feeling alright, little? After you defeated the Light Warden, I could swear I saw its ether. Never mind. I'm still getting used to my powers. It's probably nothing. I'm just relieved I was right about where the Light Warden was hiding. The last one is hiding in Calusia, isn't it? I can't feel it from here, but believe it or not.
Road to that dungeon is long now. Oh, yeah. But
It's gonna be so worth it. But perhaps we should head back to the Crystalium first. We will have a lot to tell the Exarch, and I think we could all do with some rest.
can I abandon that? I can't.
You see. She sees it too then. Yep.
What I'm going to do is, on Monday when I stream, I'm going to do these quests, do the ether currents there. So like do whatever quests I need to, do my do my role quest line. Do whatever I'm missing, and then, you know, we'll make our way. So we have like a little bit extra to do. Do you believe in man? Blah 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 blah. Here, always seen.
The others are with the Exarch. Before we join them, there is something I wish to confirm. Tell me, Reen, have you noticed anything peculiar about Little's appearance of late? Anything at all? Speak freely, she won't mind. Well, since Minfilia bequeathed her power to me, I've been able to see the light inside her, though I didn't think anything of it at first, but after we defeated Light Warden in Amarang, I realized something was wrong. You absorbed its ether, Little, and the light within you has grown monstrous. Then it is as I suspected. How are you feeling? Little. If naught is done, this will only get worse. Reen, with the power of the Oracle, you have gained some measure of control over the light, have you not? Is there anything you can do for her? Extinguishing it is out of the question. Even at her strongest, Minfilia could only hold back the light. I might be able to suppress it, but I don't know for how long. And we have no choice but to rely on Eorzea and his secrets. If the next battle is to be the last, you may yet be able to play your part. But you will need all of your strength. I will discuss strategy with the others and see that everything is made ready for our departure. You are to return to your chambers and rest until then. Understood? Yes, Mommy. I'm fine. Let me help. This is not a time for false bravado. Should your condition worsen, it could have dire consequences for all of us. Now please return to your chambers and rest.
Alright, I'm gonna do something really quick. I don't know if it's gonna work in there or not. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna teleport home, because I actually don't fully remember, and I want this to, you know, be a part of my character's lore and stuff. Curious. Do search info. Oh, they're going through this for the first time as well.
I do an in-room, please.
Now, just ignore the stuff going on. This is not lore right now. My character did not get her hair dyed. This is because of the light. Now, do like that, kinda. I think that works. Anyways. Yeah, next stream will basically just be us filling in the blanks of some area. Be us finishing off 3 quests before we do our role quests, then our role quests. Boing, 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 boing. Oh, whoops, wrong thing. All of that is updated perfectly. Anyways, my character cracked that time, and then her hair turned white, is basically what we're going with. Oh, Amryn.
Is everything alright, miss? You don't seem quite yourself. Perhaps a hot meal and a freshly made bed will improve matters. Your room is ready, if you'd care to retire. Very good. If you should have need of anything at all, pray do not hesitate to call. So, this is where you've been hiding.
And sometimes the dead would rather not be disturbed. But enough about me. What of Armorang?
Well, stuff and things. I am not turning evil. I think it's the most important thing. I'm not corrupted. I'm not.
It's fine.
I see.
I can handle it.
Minfilia's gone then. Which means the reason I must suffer this purgatory shall forever remain a mystery.
Not forever, my boy.
What's the matter? Are you alright?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. This is okay.
What just happened?
There was something Minfilia said to me. Not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone.
Minfilia said my time had not yet come. That I still had a role to play. Not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone. No, it couldn't be. There's only one hero in this room, and it is not me. I'm just a shadow, cursed to wander.
And he vanished, of course. I was doing the hand-worthing emote.
Forgive the intrusion, but Minfilia, that is, Reen, and the others were asking after you. Is everything all right?
Dandy. Dandy.
That pain again. And did it pass? Thank goodness for that. I would not wish to see you suffer. Though I know only too well how much you have suffered on our behalf in recent days. Indeed, I have no right to impose upon you further. Nevertheless, I must ask one thing of you. That you survive this, no matter what. When the dust settles, you must return to your world, for the battles to come, and the wars yet unwon. The final Light Warden is all that stands between us and victory. There is still much we must do to prepare. But for now, I will see if there is aught that may remedy the strange affliction which plagues you.
When the Warden is dead, will your work finally be done?
Yes, I believe it will. Once the tyranny of light is ended, the people of the Crystarium will be safe, and the future that must be shall come to pass. I'll not keep you from your rest any longer. Take as much time as you like.
No, this isn't right. It would need to be later, after the liberation of Alamico, perhaps.
Oh, he said so many things.
Very well. Where to next then?
They're here, we gotta go.
Is that Biggs?
Just let us worry about getting out of the city and pray the airship is still in one piece. Anywhere we go from here will just be more of the same.
God, by the sound of that last one, I reckon the Knights of the 12...
The Knights 12 might be the Knights' rubble now. There's nothing else we can do.
You...
Look around you. This isn't war. This is a sickness. It's to every corner of Eorzea. And the city-states are in disarray. And by all accounts, the Far East faring no better. There'll be nothing left of us when this is over. The world is beyond saving. Never get tired of that story. And the hero swoops in, astride with a white dragon, and saves the little girl.
Oh, heaven's word.
Die happy knowing someone like that was still around. But not today. Not while our message remains undelivered. Our faith friend, we will find her.
I say now is canonically actually when my character's hair changes. But probably when the dungeon happened and we got infused with the light that made us monstrous.
Not my past.
All right. I am done for today. I'm going to go get some food, get some rest. We will continue our story and progression of everything on Monday. With 1, 2, 3 quests for story. Then our job quests that we have to do. Of the man with too many scars. The remaining ether currents in Almarang. And then we'll be in our final section. You're very welcome, Kay. I hope you have a good weekend. and whatever you end up doing is fun and enjoyable. I'm going to hopefully have a good weekend. My dog gets her haircut tomorrow, so that'll be good for her. But yeah, thank you K, Q, Jin, thank you 3 for chatting and hanging out. Highly appreciated. Anyone who lurked, I appreciate you. Thank you for doing that. If you are new, like and sub. If you're watching this as a VOD, also like and sub. That is highly appreciated. We are 3 away from 90. And yeah, like I said, I'll be live again Monday. Yeah, take care and have a lovely night and weekend.